As a woman, you've likely met plenty of men throughout your life, some promising, some confusing, before any real relationship even develops. But here's what most of us never realize. Imagine this. You're seeing a guy who seems perfect and checks all the boxes. Good job, kind, attractive, funny, treats you well. Dates go well. Chemistry sparks. And you're starting to think this could be something real. But every now and then something feels off. He suddenly goes quiet after a deep conversation. He gets defensive when money comes up. He pulls away just when things are getting closer. You ask him what's wrong, and he says, "Nothing, I'm fine." But you know he's not, and you're left wondering, is it me? Is he losing interest? Or is there something he's not telling you? Ladies, here's the truth. Most women never hear. Men aren't the unbreakable rocks they pretend to be. Deep down, they carry hidden weaknesses, quiet fears and pressures they've been taught to bury since boyhood. They won't admit them because showing vulnerability feels like failure to them. But these aren't flaws, they're human. And once you spot them, everything about his behavior starts making sense. Today, I'm revealing 7 hidden male weaknesses women need to know now. These aren't deal breakers or excuses for bad behavior. They're the quiet pressures and fears that confuse you. Understanding them won't just explain the men in your life. It'll give you real power. Protect yourself when you need to. This isn't about manipulating anyone. It's about seeing the truth behind the mask so you can make better choices. These are common patterns shaped by society, not universal truths about every man. But if you've dated enough, you've probably seen most of them. Let's uncover the 7 hidden male weaknesses women need to know now. Ready to finally understand what's really going on in his head? Starting with the one that affects almost every man, no matter how confident he seems.
Subscribe to my channel Psyche Threads for more video every day. Thank you for being here.
1. Fear of emotional vulnerability. Let's start with the biggest one, the fear that silently shapes almost every man you'll date, the terror of emotional vulnerability. From the moment they're little boys, men are bombarded with the message, real men don't cry, toughen up, don't be weak. Tears get mocked, feelings get stuffed down, and showing emotion becomes equal to losing status. By adulthood, this conditioning is wired deep. So when you try to have a deeper conversation, asking how he really feels about something important, he suddenly shuts down, goes quiet, changes the subject, cracks a joke, anything to steer away from feelings. You think, he's avoiding me. He must not care. But the truth is often the opposite. He cares a lot, and that's exactly why he's scared. He craves real emotional connection more than he admits, but opening up feels like risking his entire sense of masculinity. One wrong reaction from you, judgment, teasing, or even pity, and in his mind he's failed as a man. That's why this is a hidden weakness. It blocks the intimacy he actually wants. Most women misread it as disinterest or emotional unavailability, when really, he's protecting himself from shame. Here's what to do instead of pushing. Create safety. Listen without fixing or judging. Say things like, "It's okay to feel that way. I'm here." Share your own vulnerability first to show it's safe. Don't force it. Give him small openings and let him step through at his pace. When he feels there's no threat to his strength, he'll surprise you with how much he's been holding in. Patience here isn't weakness on your part. It's the key that unlocks his guarded heart. 2. Pressure to be the provider-protector. The second hidden male weakness is one society still reinforces, even in 2026, the deep-rooted pressure to be the provider and protector. From childhood, boys hear it constantly. Be the man of the house. Take care of your family. A real man provides, even in modern relationships, where both partners work and share bills. This ancient wiring doesn't just disappear. For many men, their sense of worth is still quietly tied to their ability to take care financially and emotionally. You'll see the hidden signs when money or security comes up. He stresses excessively over bills, even when things are fine. He gets unusually defensive about career setbacks, a missed promotion, a bad quarter at work. He might overwork himself to exhaustion, skipping vacations or sleep just to prove he's on top of things. Why is this a weakness? Because his self-worth becomes dangerously linked to providing. When he can't, or even thinks he's falling short, it strikes at the core of his identity. Failure here doesn't just feel practical, it feels like personal failure as a man. A classic real-world example: he loses his job or takes a pay cut, and suddenly he pulls away, becomes distant, irritable, or avoids intimacy. You think he's losing interest, but often he's drowning in shame, convinced he's no longer worthy of you until he fixes it. The fix isn't to take over or dismiss his stress. It's to show genuine appreciation for his effort, not just the results. Tell him, "I admire how hard you work for us," or "I feel safe with you no matter what." Separate his value from his wallet. When he feels you respect him beyond the provider role, the pressure eases and he can show up more fully as a partner. Recognize this weakness, and you'll understand why he sometimes carries the weight of the world alone. 3. Fear of rejection after investment. The third hidden male weakness hits harder than most women realize: the fear of rejection after he's already invested time and effort. Unlike women, who often feel emotions first and then invest, men typically invest first: dates, planning, emotional energy, and only then let feelings fully develop. So when rejection comes after he's put in the work, it doesn't just sting, it feels like total failure. All that investment? Wasted. His judgment? Questioned. His worth crushed. You'll see the hidden signs early on. He tests your interest indirectly, asking casual questions to gauge reciprocity without risking direct vulnerability. He waits for you to text first sometimes, or initiate plans. If he senses even slight disinterest, he might pull back dramatically or even ghost, not because he stopped liking you, but to protect himself from bigger hurt later. This is a true weakness because it makes him hesitate to fully commit until he's 100% sure you're in. He holds back the best parts of himself until the risk feels minimal. Women often fear emotional rejection, being vulnerable and having feelings not returned. Men fear wasted investment rejection, putting in effort and being told it was never going anywhere. The result? He moves slower than you'd expect, or seems inconsistent when he's actually just guarding against loss. What helps? Give clear, but not overwhelming, signs of interest early. A simple "I really enjoyed tonight, let's do it again soon," or initiating a text can reassure him his investment isn't one-sided. It lowers the perceived risk, letting him open up faster. Spot this fear, and you'll understand why he sometimes seems cautious even when he clearly likes you. Address it gently, and he'll invest fully without holding back. 4. Difficulty expressing needs. The fourth hidden male weakness is one that drives women crazy: his difficulty expressing needs. From early on, boys are taught to handle it alone. Asking for help, emotional or practical, gets labeled as weakness. Figure it out yourself becomes the mantra. By adulthood, many men genuinely believe voicing a need makes them burdensome or less capable. You see the hidden signs clearly when he's upset. He goes silent, withdraws to his phone or garage, or insists "I'm fine" through clenched teeth when he's obviously not. Worse, he quietly expects you to read his mind, know what he wants without him saying it. This is a profound weakness because it forces everything inside. Needs don't disappear, they bottle up. Over time, pressure builds until it explodes in anger, passive aggression, or sudden withdrawal. He resents you for not being there, even though he never told you what he needed. The real impact hits the relationship hard. Unspoken needs turn into unspoken grudges. Resentment grows over things he never voiced, like wanting more affection, alone time, or help with something small. You feel blindsided when he finally snaps because you never knew there was a problem. Women often interpret the silence as indifference, when it's actually pride disguised as self-sufficiency. The solution isn't mind reading. It's creating an environment where asking feels safe. Gently ask specific, low-pressure questions. What would make your week better? Or is there anything I can do to support you right now? Specific questions are easier to answer than open-ended "what's wrong?" When he feels asking won't diminish him, he'll start speaking up. Over time, those small openings become real communication, and resentment fades. Spot this weakness, and you'll stop taking his silence personally. Instead, you'll see the quiet plea beneath it. 5. Ego tied to sexual performance. The fifth hidden male weakness is one he'll rarely admit. Even to himself, his ego is deeply tied to sexual performance. For many men, satisfying a partner sexually isn't just about pleasure. It's a core measure of masculinity and worth. The fear of not being good enough in bed runs deeper than most women realize. You'll notice the hidden signs when stress is high. He suddenly avoids intimacy, makes excuses, or seems distracted during moments that used to be easy. Or the opposite, he overcompensates, focusing intensely on technique like it's a test he must ace. If you offer gentle feedback, he might get unusually defensive or withdraw completely. Why is this a profound weakness? One negative experience, or even perceived failure, can create lasting anxiety that follows him into every future encounter. It becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. Fear leads to tension. Tension affects performance, and the fear grows. Women often misread this as disinterest or laziness, thinking he doesn't desire me anymore. In reality, it's often the opposite. He desires you deeply but is terrified of disappointing you. The worst thing you can do is add pressure, hints about frequency, comparisons, or frustration. That only heightens the anxiety. Instead, offer positive reinforcement freely and specifically. I love how you touch me here, or being with you always feels amazing. Reassure him that connection matters more than perfection. Show patience when he's stressed. Let him know intimacy isn't a performance review. When he feels safe from judgment, the pressure lifts and the natural confidence returns. Understanding this weakness turns what feels like rejection into an opportunity for deeper trust and better intimacy. Recognize it for what it is, not lack of desire, but fear of falling short in the one area he believes defines his value to you. 6. Fear of losing independence. The sixth hidden male weakness is the quiet fear of losing independence when commitment deepens. For many men, a serious relationship subconsciously equals losing freedom. They worry that saying yes to you means saying no to parts of themselves, their routines, friends, hobbies, or spontaneity. This isn't about not wanting you, it's an anxiety that love comes with a cage. You'll spot the hidden signs clearly. He keeps certain solo hobbies sacred, golf trips with the guys, late-night gaming, or weekend adventures, and gets protective if you suggest joining. He resists merging lives too quickly, separate finances longer than necessary, hesitation about shared living spaces, or keeping his schedule rigidly independent. The classic one, he pulls back when the relationship intensifies. More I love yous, talks of future plans, or increased time together triggers sudden distance. This is a real weakness because he genuinely wants the relationship, but the fear of becoming trapped creates internal conflict. He loves the connection yet dreads the perceived loss of self. Women often misread it as lack of commitment or fear of them specifically, when it's actually fear of losing autonomy in general. The good news: you can ease this fear without compromising your needs. Show you value his independence, encourage his solo time, celebrate his individual passions, and express that partnership enhances freedom, not restricts it. Say things like, "I love that you have your own world. It makes me admire you more." When he sees that being with you doesn't mean losing himself, the fear fades. He'll lean in instead of pulling away, and commitment will feel like expansion, not confinement. Recognize this, and you'll turn his hesitation into willingness. 7. Insecurity about being enough. The seventh and final hidden male weakness is the deepest for many, the constant quiet insecurity about being enough long-term. No matter how successful, smart, tall, or interesting he appears, a surprising number of men carry a nagging fear that, eventually, you'll realize he falls short. He worries he's not quite the full package. Career not impressive enough, personality not captivating enough, looks or status not measuring up. This doubt isn't always obvious, but it drives a lot of his behavior. You'll spot the hidden signs in subtle ways. He fishes for compliments. Do you think I handled that well? Or am I boring you? He quietly compares himself to other men, exes, friends, celebrities, watching your reaction. Or he overachieves relentlessly, working late, buying bigger gifts, pushing for perfection, all to prove his worth before you find out he's inadequate. This is a powerful weakness because no amount of external success ever fully silences the internal doubt. Promotions, praise, even your love can feel temporary, like he's just waiting for the day you see through the facade. The real impact is heartbreaking. He sabotages good relationships. He pulls away first, creates distance, or finds flaws in you, anything to confirm his fear before you reject him. He ends things that could have been great because he can't believe he deserves them. Women often miss this, thinking arrogance or detachment when it's actually deep insecurity. The antidote is consistent, genuine appreciation, specific, not generic. Instead of "you're great," say "I love how thoughtfully you planned our weekend," or "your sense of humor always brightens my day." Tie praise to who he is, not just what he does. Over time, steady truth rebuilds security. Recognize this weakness, and you'll see past the bravado to the man desperately wanting to feel enough. For you and for himself. Ladies, let's wrap this up. These 7 hidden weaknesses aren't character flaws or red flags to run from. They're human responses to the intense pressure most men face from a young age. The unspoken rules of be strong, don't need anyone, never show weakness. Society built these walls, and men live behind them every day, often without realizing how much they're carrying. Knowing them gives you real power. Power to connect deeper when you want to, by understanding why he shuts down or pulls away instead of taking it personally. Power to protect yourself when the patterns become unhealthy. And if you choose, power to help him feel safe enough to lower the armor and show up as his full self. The truth is, every man you meet is fighting battles he'll never talk about unless he feels it's safe. When you see through the mask with empathy instead of judgment, you create the kind of space where real intimacy can grow. My final advice: use this understanding with kindness. Don't weaponize it. The best relationships, the ones that actually last, happen when both people feel safe to be real, flaws and all. Be the woman who makes him feel seen without feeling exposed. You now have insight most women never get. Use it wisely. In the comments, which of these 7 weaknesses surprised you the most? Have you recognized them in men you're dating, or maybe even in past relationships? Drop your thoughts below. I read every one. If this helped you see men differently, hit subscribe for more straight talk truth about modern dating. No fluff, just what you need to know. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.